Winter has always been my favorite season. Because my parents come from the Caribbean, my friends and family could never understand the obsession. My sisters and I grew up in a Toronto suburb, and one of the best things about our home was that we had a big backyard. And I remember being so excited for the first snowfall. There was nothing better than when my sister and I would bundle up in our snowsuits and head out into the yard, and we'd spend the entire day building snow castles and rounded snowmen. I knew how to play in the snow, but I wouldn't say I was a particularly athletic child. Okay, I wasn't, athletic at all. But when I found out in grade 7 that our class would be going skiing, I was so excited. I remember picturing myself looking glamorously chic in a sleek one-piece fitted suit, maybe in pale green or mauve, and coordinating accessories, and for weeks leading up to the field trip, I dreamed of what it would feel like to race down the snow-covered hill, weaving back and forth as the wind whipped against my delightfully pinkened cheeks. I was going to be magnificent. I worried that there wouldn't be enough snow and paid special attention to the weather reports each night before going to bed. What if there was a freak warm snap and it melted? Would they cancel the trip? The day of the field trip came, and sure enough, there was a good 2 feet of the white stuff, so I could breathe a sigh of relief. I don't even remember exactly what my snowsuit looked like, but I'm sure it wasn't anywhere as glamorous as the one that I pictured in my mind. And my mother didn't go in for fashion over comfort, so I'm sure it was bulky and shapeless, just like the ones I vaguely remember my friends wearing at the time. I remember my mother saying to have fun and behave, and looking at me with an expression that said, I better not break anything. The morning was a blur of getting to school and seeing all my friends, and for most of us, it was our first time skiing. The whole way there on the bus, we gossiped about previous class trips we'd heard about where someone had broken their leg or arm, and I remember thinking to myself, I don't want that to be me. Not because of the pain, but the embarrassment of becoming an urban legend that other classes would talk about in the years to come. We finally arrived at the ski lodge, and I still remember my first look at the slope. It was a shimmering white strip, dozens of multicolored dots weaving between lines of trees that ran on either side. Absolutely beautiful. The bus pulled up in front of the main building, and we spent the next hour getting fitted for our boots and skis, and then we finally stomped out to the slope for what was supposed to be a quick lesson. They showed us the basics, how to stop, how to control our downhill speed, and then gave us stickers based on ability. The big blue ones were for advanced skills, and a couple of the kids who knew how to ski already got those pretty quickly and went off the lifts that pulled them up the hill. Then there were the green stickers, and you needed that one to get to the big hill, so of course that's the one that I wanted. They lined us up and had us demonstrate what we'd learned, and one by one they handed out stickers, folding them over the bottom edge of this metal frame tag that they had given us to attach to our jackets. I didn't get one in the first round, but I wasn't worried because they handed them out a few at a time. But slowly, as the minutes ticked by, more and more of my classmates, including all of my friends and my sister, got these stickers and headed off for the lifts, until only a few of us were left. It felt like I'd been there 4 hours, swishing side to side on this flat snow surface. I remember doing the moves that they'd shown us over and over, but whenever I looked at the instructor, it was like I wasn't even there. The few kids left wandered off back to the lodge, others I assume went to the bunny hills, but I stayed, and my boiling anger kept me warm. No way was I so bad that I shouldn't be allowed on that hill. When I saw my sister pass for the 3rd time with our friends, heading to the lifts yet again, I saw my chance. The instructor wasn't looking, and I swear by this point must have assumed I'd given up. So when my sister came within reach, I grabbed her and pulled her over, and I cut the little green sticker in half and stuck it to the front of my tab. My sister didn't stop me. I don't even know whether it was pity or a crazy look in my eye. I was getting up that hill, and no one would stand in my way. It took less than 20 seconds, and then I was blending into the line for the lifts. I remember being so nervous as I climbed onto the T-bar that I'd get caught. It didn't stop me though. I skied for the rest of the day and on several trips after that, and I didn't get hurt or caught, but every time I went up that hill, I felt a little bit like a fraud, but I didn't feel any guilt.